Hey guys, let's get more news about Steelers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Pittsburgh Steelers offer massive hint to NFL draft plans. The Pittsburgh Steelers are never shy about their draft plans. If there is one thing that head coach Mike Tomlin and general manager Omar Khan do not know, it is the act of subtlety. So, on Tuesday at the Senior Bowl, the group's draft plans left very little question about what position they were going to likely target in the first or second round of the 2025 NFL Draft. If it was not clear before, the Steelers have many options at the defensive line, and most of those guys were not even in mobile. However, Tomlin, Khan, and defensive coordinator Teryl Austin were zeroed in on the defensive linemen. I have no doubts about where they are looking early in this draft. The position I would bank on is defensive line. This has become a trend with the Steelers. In 2021, they focused on running backs, 2022, quarterbacks, 2023 and 2024, offensive line. Tomlin and the Steelers do not hide their plans. The defensive line is high on the priority list. This quarterback could be the Pittsburgh Steelers' next experiment. The Pittsburgh Steelers step into the 2025 NFL Draft with no sure quarterback option on the roster. Team president Art Rooney too said that the team anticipates bringing back one of Russell Wilson or Justin Fields, but even then, the focus would be on trying to secure the quarterback of the future. Rooney acknowledged that the NFL Draft feels like an avenue through which the team will go down either in 2025 or 2026 to try and fill that void, which he views as the franchise's biggest problem. I think they're both capable quarterbacks, and my preference would be to sign one of them. So that will be the priority, and I think that will give us the best opportunity to move forward. Obviously, we'll be looking in the draft as well. We've got a whole quarterback room to fill, and so there's jobs open in there, and so I wouldn't be surprised if we look in the draft as well either this year or next. And so that's got to be the priority, Rooney said. At the 2025 Senior Bowl, the top quarterback is Alabama's Jalen Milroe. A two-time captain, Milroe will wow in interviews as a humble-spoken, strong-willed leader of men who has proven his intangibles. However, the football tape itself is the question. Milroe has struggled with processing and accuracy in his Alabama tenure, and he did the same during his first Senior Bowl practice. If Milroe wants to rise up boards, he has to be much better. For the Steelers, that might push him down boards, however. Milroe's live arm and athleticism give a unique pair of traits that no one else in the group at the Senior Bowl has, and it could rocket him up to a top 50 selection in a shallow quarterback class. Milroe's quarterback coach compared him to Lamar Jackson, which is too strong a comparison for someone with the rough edges. However, if the Steelers want to take a day two upside swing, Milroe would be the answer. The only question is if he falls, and if Milroe's traits make sense for the Steelers to take a swing on in their current environment. For the second straight offseason, there's a possibility the Pittsburgh Steelers could grab the reigning national champion quarterback from college football. In 2025, that will be Ohio State signal caller Will Howard. The Pittsburgh Post-Gazette's Jerry Dulac connected Howard to the Steelers during a guest appearance on Steelers Nation Radio. I wouldn't fall over if I saw a quarterback go in the third round, who, the Steelers, feel can be that guy behind Justin Fields, if you will, Dulac said, via Steelers Depot's Matthew Marksey. I will tell you that in the last 3 days, I heard Will Howard's name as an intriguing guy both as a passer and a runner. Howard led Ohio State to the national championship during his first season in Columbus. He spent the previous 4 years of his college career at Kansas State. Last year, draft rumors linked the Steelers to Michigan's J.J. McCarthy, who won the 2023-24 college football national championship with a perfect 15-0 record. The Minnesota Vikings drafted McCarthy at number 10 overall. Howard is a logical fit for the Steelers for a few different reasons. While Dulac hyped the Steelers' desire to target a quarterback in the NFL draft, presumably because of their other needs and the perceived weak quarterback draft class, Dulac suggested he'd be rather shocked if they target a signal caller in the first round. But the Steelers have 2 selections on day 2. Dulac implied the likeliest scenario if Pittsburgh targets Howard is in the 3rd round at number 83 overall. It will be interesting to see if Howard is still on the board at that time. NFL draft expert Daniel Jeremiah argued while on the Pat McAfee show on January 23 that Howard could be a top 50 selection. At number 52 overall, even Pittsburgh's second-round choice is not in the top 50. The Steelers could always package draft picks in a trade to move up for Howard. Or, Howard's draft stock may not rise as much as Jeremiah anticipates. On the field, Howard is a potential fit for the Steelers due to his college experience, accuracy, and running ability. He posted a career-best 73% completion percentage with 4,010 passing yards and 35 touchdowns in 2024. He averaged 9.5 yards per attempt. Howard played in at least 6 games during all 5 of his college seasons. He served as his team's starting quarterback in his final 2 campaigns. During both of his seasons as a starter, Howard posted at least 7 rushing touchdowns. Steelers owner Art Rooney too told reporters on January 27 that he would like the team's top 2 quarterbacks to have the same skill set in 2025. The Steelers could satisfy that desire by drafting Howard and re-signing Justin Fields. Fields, who is likely going to entertain contract offers to be a team's bridge quarterback this offseason, could start while Howard learns and develops as a backup. Notably, Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin stressed this offseason that quarterback mobility is important to him. For Dulac's hypothetical to come together, there's one important first step: re-signing Fields. Dulac and other pundits have reported the Steelers' plan to bring back Fields. The 25-year-old signal caller has also indicated he'd like to return. But Russell Wilson has also expressed a desire to be back. It's highly unlikely both will return. Rooney told reporters he prefers one of the 2 quarterbacks to come back, but he didn't indicate if he had a favorite. The Steelers won't be drafting a quarterback if they re-sign both Wilson and Fields. But no pundit expects that to happen given the salary cap restrictions the team will have if they pay both Wilson and Fields. Tomlin indicated in his post-season press conference that age could be a factor in the team deciding which quarterback to re-sign. Wilson turned 36 in November, while Fields is more than 10 years younger. Starting in place of an injured Wilson to begin the season, Fields won his first 3 games with Pittsburgh. He dropped the next 2 before then winning again in Week 6. Fields completed 65.8% of his passes for 6.9 yards per attempt. He also had 5 touchdowns and 1 interception while rushing for 289 yards and 5 scores during 2024. Pittsburgh Steelers could target star Ohio State quarterback, insider says. The Pittsburgh Steelers will look into the 2025 NFL draft class with an eye on the quarterbacks to see if anyone makes sense. While the first-round options are almost none, at least one option could jump out to them at some point in the class. Given value and other needs, the Steelers are likely to wait until at least the 3rd round for a quarterback. Who could that answer be? Ohio State's Will Howard has started creeping up boards and is now a day 2 prospect, likely a 3rd-round pick. Pittsburgh Post-Gazette insider Jerry Dulac says Howard is a player that makes a lot of sense for the Steelers, and he would not be shocked if the team drafts a quarterback in the middle rounds. Shocked might be a strong word, but I would be shocked if they would devote a number 1 pick to a quarterback this year, Dulac said. But I wouldn't fall over if I saw a quarterback go in the 3rd round, who they feel can be that guy behind Justin Fields, if you will. I will tell you that in the last 3 days, I heard Will Howard's name as an intriguing guy both as a passer and a runner. Howard transferred into Columbus from Kansas State, where he was a multiple-year starter. During his season, the Buckeyes were an up-and-down offense, but became an elite unit once Howard's play took a significant leap in the college football playoff. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Will Howard? Leave your opinion in the comments.